Virginia's candidates for governor are staging their final campaign rallies, crisscrossing the state in their bids to make history as the Commonwealth's first woman governor.
Democrat Abigail Spanberger and Republican Winsome Earle-Sears are delivering sharply contrasting closing messages. Our Northern Virginia Bureau Chief Julie Carey has our story.
Now, we are going to win on Tuesday.
Democrat Abigail Spanberger projecting confidence at a Latinos for Spanberger event in Alexandria, even as some polls show tightening in all three statewide races. At an earlier stop in her 11-day bus tour, Spanberger met with members of the Police Benevolent Association, an organization that's endorsed her.
I know that we're winning.
Republican Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earle-Sears rallying last night in Fauquier County with Attorney General Jason Miyares. Unlike in her TV ads, Earle-Sears did not focus on the issue that's disrupted the statewide races, the violent text messages written by Democratic Attorney General candidate Jay Jones back in 2022, in which he mused about the shooting death of a political rival. Sears using the gubernatorial debate earlier this month to repeatedly interrupt her opponent, pushing her on whether she still supported Jones or would ask him to leave the race.
I don't understand why you just can't come forward and say he needs to go.
Today, in an interview with News 4, I asked Spanberger about her support for Jones.
Why won't you answer the question of whether or not you still endorse Jay Jones?
You know, as I've stated before, it becomes an individual decision for every voter. And the landscape is one where we have a candidate who said abhorrent things in a text message. I've denounced them. I was very, very clear on that.
But Spanberger was also quick to point out that Attorney General Miyares has failed to join lawsuits, including one on SNAP benefits that challenge Trump administration policies threatening Virginians.
Do you think Jay Jones would still be a better Attorney General for Virginia than Jason Miyares?
I think when it comes down to the actual task of representing, standing up for Virginians, there's a clear record of Attorney General Miyares not doing his job.
Winsome Earle-Sears telling the Fauquier crowd her job, if elected, would be to continue Governor Glenn Youngkin's economic policies. She's supported the Trump administration DOGE cuts and the so-called Big Beautiful Bill.
What we're trying to do is to build a Virginia so no matter what happens on the federal level, we have a lot of jobs available. And we're doing that. Not only are we creating jobs, but we're creating businesses.
But Spanberger points to unemployment that's continued growing for the past 7 months, arguing she's the best candidate to help thousands of laid-off federal government workers recover and find a new place in the workforce.
Virginia needs a governor who is going to put Virginia first, stand up for Virginia, and specifically what that means is we need a governor who is clear-eyed about the challenges that we are facing as a Commonwealth.
Starting in early September, I asked the Winsome Earle-Sears campaign for an interview with her, but never received a response. She'll hold her final rally in Manassas on Election Eve. Abigail Spanberger heads to Norfolk on Saturday to campaign with President Obama and has a final rally in Northern Virginia on Sunday. In Alexandria, I'm Julie Carey, News 4.
Tomorrow on News 4, more from our interview with Abigail Spanberger and a closer look at both candidates' priorities if they're elected.